Hey crafty friends, it's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. I'm coming on with the project share. These are some shakers that I made using Maggie Holmes Paracel, and I'd like to share with you what I used to create those first. So I mostly have this, what is this, 6x8, and I have a couple of the 12 by 12s, not too many. So this is what it looks like. I have a lot of scraps in my folder left. So I use that. And I have this 12 by 12 that I used in the card that I created. And here's some of the, whoops, let me get that out of the way. Here are some of the papers that I used. I guess maybe for all of them, for the shakers. I don't have much left, as you can see, of this pretty flower one. And then this one with the darkish green background and the woodland animals. I love that. And then this butterfly one. So I use those for my shakers. So Julie, who's Crafts by Julie, is having a giveaway. So I don't know if I'm going to get this in the mail in time to be part of the giveaway, but I really like her channel, so I wanted to create something for her. I don't know if I mentioned it in my previous video. My daughter, my youngest daughter, was at a really fun, really crowded bar in Connecticut at the end of July, like maybe the last week in July, and she picked up a virus. Not the virus, but a virus. And she shared it with me. So she was sick for about a week, and I actually have been sick since about the middle of that last week of July. And you can hear it in my voice. It still comes and goes a little. Like, excuse me for that. And I ended up getting bronchitis. So I was sick pretty much until really the whole month of August. And still not 100%, but I am feeling better. My husband also has been sick with something else that required a couple of emergency room visits. So it's been kind of crazy around here for the end of the summer. So we usually go to North Myrtle Beach at the end of August, and this year we decided we weren't going to. We had something else going on, which we weren't able to do because we were all sick. But I guess it was lucky because I like to go for at least 2 weeks. It's a long drive for us. And so that would have really not been a happy day that I wouldn't be able to go to the beach and stuff. So anywho, we didn't do that. I also used some of the chipboard. I have a lot left, as you can see. I'm hoping to use that up. And the dies that I used are this, oh no, not that one. Or this 3x3 one that I had in my stash for a long time. I think it's from AliExpress. I just started using it. I'd forgotten I had it. And I used a Scrap Diva design. This is one of her original releases before she had the pretty, all the pretty colors. I don't know if it was from her very first release or at least in that very beginning. So I think I used this one I did with the dots as opposed to this one, which has the hearts. So I did that, and I created 3 shakers. So Julie wanted to have embellishments with Maggie Holmes that she could recreate. So hopefully she has this die. If not, I can send her some cutouts if she likes. Let me start with the card. So I made a card using that 3x3. I left it blank inside. I had this butterfly trim. It kind of has like a blue background. I had that, and I had made a bunch of small rosettes using a Tim Holtz rosette die, which I'm sorry I didn't bring with me. And I just layered it up, and I used this piece of chipboard that says "Life is beautiful when you're near," and I added a very small blue cabochon to it, and these cute little tiny roses. All of these little embellishments are from my stash, which originally came from, I believe, Temu. And then I use a sticker on the inside. So that's the card. And then this is the first embellishment that I created. And I love this, what is it called? Chipboard, the swan. I added a pretty little bow. It's actually, again, from Temu, from my stash. And it's nail art. And then I created these little banners at the same time that I made a bunch of rosettes. I created these little banners with the KS Craft banner die, which I'm sorry I didn't bring that with me either. And I had some of this foliage, which is a die from AliExpress for my stash. I had that in my stash, and I added a little trim. She wanted to have a lot of layers. And I had this tool to play with, so I added that. And this is the one that I used the forest animals paper, and then it's a shaker. Tried to put a lot of pretties in there, and I used some thick foam, which I believe is from Michaels. So that's the first one. Oh, and I used this little trim, this little eyelash trim, because it can hang. It could be a tag or a flat embellishment, whichever you like. So I also created this one, and the elements are very similar. I don't know why I do have more of this tool, but I don't know why I couldn't find it. Probably because my craft desk is a mess. So this part is much smaller than the original, but I still think it looks cute. And I use the same pastel trim and the ribbon die in the back, or I think that's what it's called, not sure. And I love this bunny. I added a couple of diamond dots just to his collar. He's really cute. I wish pink bunnies were a real thing. And again, the eyelash trim, and it's a nice shaker. And then the third one that I created, again, all the same elements, but I used the deer, which I also love. I added a heart. I think it's from a shaker mix. I don't know, I just had it on the desk, so I just put it there. And yeah, that's my embellishments for Julie, and I'm not sure if she's gonna get it in time for her challenge, but that's okay, because if I get it there too late, it'll just be happy mail for her, and I hope she likes it. I really like her channel. I've been following her for a while. I'll link it below in case you're unfamiliar with her. And if you like this video, if you could give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, I'd love that. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I think I'm at 490, so I have 10 more to go. And I'm hoping to host my first challenge giveaway with a PayPal prize. So stay tuned for that. And thank you to all my new subscribers and all my subscribers that have been with me for a while. I haven't always made a lot of videos. You might be able to tell by the way I talk that I'm not that comfortable. But I'm trying to get better at it, and hopefully I'll start to improve as I make some more. So hope you have a great day, and see you soon. Bye.